Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as I've been saying, talking about the New World Order, people need to realize that this is for real. This is not a joke, okay? Because for those of you that have been listening to my videos, they are bringing in biometrics. They are following a political economic agenda. What their plan is to have everybody tracked and monitored, every person on the globe. Because what's happening right now is they're eliminating cash step by step. Very soon everybody's going to be carrying around smart cards. And I just want to read this article to you guys right here. Not if, but when, because this is coming. Because this is still on the table, because these people do not care about anybody. They are going for power and control. Now, this is from today. I want to read this to you guys, and you guys do what you want with this. I'm not saying anything to anybody, because people just want to get into arguments and blah, 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 blah. That's why I say, don't take my word for it. Do your own research, okay? Hopefully, when you start seeing these things coming and happening, like when they start saying that everybody is mandatory to have a global ID card, maybe you will realize then that I took the time to tell you guys the truth, because it's just so sad to see how many people are literally living with their heads stuck in the sand right now, especially at this time with everything going on. And these people mean exactly what they say. They're bringing in a one world government. They already have a thing ready to be approved that will give the UN total global control over the whole entire world. You guys can study Agenda 21. You guys can study the Earth Charter and so many other things. This is what they're doing, and this is what's happening. So I want to read this. This article is from today. Okay. Forget Real ID. The globalist smart ID card. Okay. Forget Real ID. The global smart ID is coming. The grid plan for global ID is to give each person on the planet, you hear that? Each person on the planet, that's the whole world, a way to identify themselves. Isn't that funny? A way to identify themselves. I want to get into this because this is all coming up to the mark of the beast. This is just a stepping stone towards that. Okay, let me start over. Is to give each person on the planet a way to identify themselves online. Yeah, but what about people that don't have a computer? Okay, this is by Julie Bell. I don't know. Okay, it's from August 14th, 2013, which is today. Okay, I'm going to read this to you guys, and this is what it says. I'll put this below my description if you guys want to read it itself, because there's videos, there's all kinds of stuff. Okay, one ID number. Oh, it's an ID number now. We're all labeled as numbers. Isn't that significant? Okay, one ID number for each person to signify all that they are. This is the full personal profile containing anything relevant for identification purposes. It means all our privacy details being managed by a corporation in the cloud. If you want to sign up to the online identity, you can already do so through Google or Yahoo, or by registering with the Identity Excellence Group. And then it goes on. And if you don't want anything to do with it, it'll be tough. It'll be tough. So it's going to be mandatory. It'll be tough. It's not possible to get by in the future. So in the future, because you'll have to use your global ID to access all government services. Who would want to do that? We have to be a nice global citizen. Okay, I want to get into this after. Hold on. Okay, access all government services and healthcare. Oh, healthcare. And isn't that funny that they're taking over the healthcare system? Services to drive. Imagine to drive a car, and once cash is gone, to pay for anything, given the atmosphere, the main just gauged by the system, and the constant fear of terrorism. They always have to use fear and manipulation, ladies and gentlemen. Don't believe this lie of terrorism. It's a bunch of bull, okay? Over time, it's likely you need to validate your identity to get insurance. Imagine, to get insurance! This is dictatorship! To get a job and to access buildings. Imagine, to access buildings you have to show an ID. Well, I'm not showing nothing. This is dead wrong. This is against the Constitution. Then it goes on and on and on and on. Here's another one. Let me see if I can read this. Okay, buildings. And then it goes on down here. In America, the King intervened privacy. The Liberty Alliance has been worked with the Obama administration to establish this global ID management system and will soon be rolling it out nationwide. That's worldwide, nationwide. Because Canada and U.S., they're like I said, they're bringing in the North American Union. And you guys that listen to my video, they said, are you ready for the North American Union biometric ID card? This is exactly what it is. Okay, nationwide as a way to mission use of electronic health records. The system is nearly up and running. Trials have already begun, meaning anyone who wants to access healthcare in the U.S. will have to produce their smart ID. So if you don't have a smart ID, you cannot get healthcare. You cannot get medical attention. There's smart ID first. Most of the time, you'll be required to provide 3 factors. This is biometrics, ladies and gentlemen. 3, that's body measurements, 3 parts of the body. Your face, your eyes, and your hand. Which means something you know, the one and only password, something you have, the smart card, phone, and something you are, your biometrics. It's like I just finished saying. Dig deep into your memories and see if your number, and it goes on and on and on. For trusted, wow, isn't that a nice name? For trusted identifications in cyber was first announced by Obama in 2011 in somewhat his misnamed since it intends to operate on a global scale. Global scale. This is worldwide, ladies and gentlemen. For online identity verifications to work, it needs to be operating across borders, just like the internet. Each country is developing their own version of the same package, but using the same standards, such as by aligning with the open identity. Okay, I want to go down because I can't read all this here. Okay, in the UK, for instance, the plan to make all government services online only is well underway, and having an online ID will be the only way to instruct with the state. Universal credit is soon to be rolled out, and all claimants will have to use their online ID in order to claim and receive benefits. So I'm gonna put this link below so you guys can read this. You see, this has to do with total control over everybody. Okay? Because basically what these people want is a surveillance society. And you cannot have a surveillance society in a free society. So they're coming after our biometrics. And by the way, on the card that that person's holding, let me see this. The card at the top here, it shows a fingerprint and it shows an iris scan. But this is all getting people ready. Because what does the Bible say? Let me read this to you. In Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 to 18. Revelation 13, I'll start from 16 and on. Okay, right here. And he causes all, the small and the great and the rich and the poor and the free man and the slaves to be given a mark on their right hand or on their forehead. And he provides that no one should be able to buy or to sell except the one who has the mark, either the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for the number is that of a man, and his number is 666, which is 666. This is a Luciferian agenda. Okay? This is what people need to understand. Many people say, oh, this is not the mark of the beast, so it's okay, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not okay. They've been at this since the very beginning of time, okay? They have been at this since the very beginning. You guys can go watch a video. It's called The Mark of the New World Order. The guy actually comes out and he says, yeah, our first step towards a cashless society was the creation of a MasterCard, okay? This is a Luciferian agenda. That's why they want to get rid of cash altogether. Because once you eliminate cash, they can track you, they can monitor you, they have you under total surveillance at all times, they can dictate what you can do and when you cannot do. And if you step out of line, they just push one button, they freeze your account, and you're in big trouble. You can't do nothing. This is all about control. These are the dangers of a cashless society, and this is what they're bringing in. Okay, people? People need to realize this. Like I said, this is a global scale, worldwide. Now we need an ID. Like I said before in my other videos, you guys can go watch my other videos, okay? This is why many people are going to be deceived. Because they're conditioning people, making it sound like a good thing. Isn't it funny? Now we have all kinds of crisis. We have all these hackers coming on the internet and all these other things that I've been hearing. It's all by the government. They create a crisis, so they offer their solution. Like they said in their other documents, videos that I've made on. Electronic tattoos replace internet passwords and all forms of identity. They're making it all sound good. We need to come up with a more secure system for all humanity to come into. And by the way, we are fighting global fraud. Many people's cards are getting counterfeited, blah, 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 blah. So why don't we come up with something significant with a special international ID card that is linked in with nothing else that anybody else has? There's no one else like you. So why don't we link everybody's biometrics in? Isn't that what they're doing? A thumb scan? Because they're bringing this in, ladies and gentlemen. They said the next generation is biometrics. And you guys need to do your research on biometrics. This is not a good thing. They said the governments are going to be forcing this upon its own citizens. All the governments of the world, this is a global effort. Like Canada, Australia, US, Britain, and everywhere. This is coming everywhere. Biometrics, we must fight against it because this is an invasion of our personal privacy, you name it. And yet people, it's just so sad. So many people know what their favorite movie star is, and yet they know nothing at all about the Constitution. They're throwing your freedom down the drain, and people don't really care anymore. They want the next iPhone, the next this, the next that, more tracking surveillance systems, more this, more that. And yet it's just sad. They even have it on cell phones now. You can turn it on just by facial recognition. And people, this is cool. No, it's not cool. This is total enslavement. This is the New World Order. You must not bow your knee before tyranny, because this is all that it is. This is tyranny. Like I'm telling you, Hitler or Stalin would have given their right arm for this technology that we have right now. And I'm telling you guys, this is coming down the line. It's biometric technology. They're going to make it all sound good. They're going to make it sound nothing but good, but it's not. But it's not. And so many people are willingly accepting it. Like people getting microchips in their hands. And, oh, this is for my own security. And this other lady, I need a peace of mind. Putting it in Alzheimer's patients and all this stuff. It has nothing to do with that. People that have no knowledge whatsoever are going to fall into this. That's why I'm telling you guys, do your research. Knowledge is power. This is part of their control grid. It's a cashless society. That's why they're uniting everything. They're bringing in a one-world government. That's why they're uniting everything. Canada and North America will be joining global partnerships with this emerging New World Order that's already here. That's why they're emerging everything. Like they just said Canada and Mexico are part of Homeland Security now. They're going into dictatorship. And Obama, all the stuff that he's doing, his executive order, giving himself more power. He actually said that he'll be able to bypass Congress and he'll be able to make decisions on his own. And this is what he's doing. He's being used by Henry Kissinger to bring in the New World Order. He said Obama's task will be to bring in the New World Order. So whoever you are, not if, but when. When this comes to your city, you must resist this because this is a Luciferian agenda. By you accepting this biometric, is you're participating with these Satanists. These people are Satanists. You guys can do your research on Bohemian Grove. They go to a meeting in somewhere in California every year. This is all I got to say. Do your research, and you've been warned. Do not take this biometric. This all has to do with total enslavement, controlling its citizens. And this is all I got to say, and God bless you all.